Boobity boobity. Blah 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 blah. Dee 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 dee. Cha 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 cha.
Well, hello, boys and girls.
Hi.
What a wonderful day it is today in our money-based economy. Well, sit back and relax and get ready for the guy who's about to ruin everything.
I'm puzzled. Are you really seriously suggesting that Jesus Christ was a mushroom?
Wayne, Jesus was a mushroom Roberts.
Yes. You are dealing with a secret cult, a secret society.
Welcome to Waning Interest.
Welcome to the Waning Interest Podcast. Saturday, live, June 20th, 2026. Oh, I just realized it's my ex-wife's birthday. Happily McBirthday, m'lady. How about that? All the preparation you do. All the preparation, all kinds of stuff. Usually I have a big old thingy. Using what you call it, a Sharpie. But I'm going smaller. You know what I'm saying? I'm going small. I am a bit of a, what do they call it? The minimalist. And proud of it, sucker. But that doesn't mean I'm into the you will own nothing and you will be happy. Not into that. Not that far. You know, you gotta hit it in the middle. And if it's one thing that I figured out, on this thing here, is when I'm gonna switch over to something else. What is with it, man? I just hit play, and or just went live. I wasn't gassy beforehand. I don't understand what's happening. All of a sudden, I'm all nervous and burpy. You know? Do you know what nervous and burpy means? Do you? See, what I was doing right there was I was, instead of hitting play where it timed out just right for the Lisa, I switched it over, because you've heard me bitch before about how, as a minimalist, I don't have a 360. I just use the StreamYard stuff. But for some reason, they have a really hard time switching back and forth and making it difficult. Sometimes, it looks like this, and sometimes it looks like this for no reason. And then you got to go to this, back, and then it didn't even play. And then you just feel like you're effed. That timed out all right, I suppose. Oh, hi, Lisa. I haven't talked to Lisa in a long time. So, it's always good to go live on the internet to say, hello. All right, now everybody's tired of Lisa. But not this guy. Anyway, what are we doing? Oh, I was playing a little harmonica there. Let's do it. Do you know that little, is it John Lee Hooker or is it Howlin' Wolf, though? It's me trying to be more than just a vocalist in the bands that I play in. I want to throw in, because I can't play bass anymore, at least still not for a while. I borrowed Eric's bass player of the Lords and the New Creatures. I borrowed one of his basses for a while, for a couple of weeks, just to see if, I have elbow issues. I've had them for a few years. And basically feels like, you know how when you hit your funny bone really good? Imagine it never goes, it's usually gone in 5 minutes or so, 10 minutes, after you've kicked a few things and not only had, have a sore elbow, but now you have a sore toe from kicking shit because it hurts so fucking bad. You know what I'm saying, right? Now, that one didn't time out so well. I don't understand. StreamYard, I'm trying to make you look better, fixing my own stuff and making sure everything's set and timed right and boom-bitty-bobbada and, walking it up, just like it's called a ramp thing in radio. You know what I'm saying? You talk it up, see, and that one jumped. That one fucking jumped. God, StreamYard, pay you fucking almost $50 a month for this shit. Come on, guys. You should have a 360 all set for yourself. I mean, the guy that does, my friend, well, he doesn't like to go by his name, so he goes by Neil Rogers Radio on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram. He does the Neil Rogers from WIOD, WQAM, Wins, the legend Neil Rogers. He keeps his all his audio. Guy I used to work for. If you're a whip, you know. Used to work with legend. Neil God. On the Neil website, he's got it all set up. I don't know why StreamYard can't do it. He's got a whole thing set up just like Neil's board. Boop, ba boop, ba boop. And you can just punch right through all the drops. You know what I'm saying? You know, dink a dee 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 dee. It just gives me the blues. The gypsy woman told my mother before I was born, you got a boy child coming. He gonna be a son of a gun. He gonna make pretty women's jump and shout. And then the world gonna wanna know what this all about, 'cause you know I'm him. Sorry, I had to get off on myself for a little bit. And now I gotta clean it. Sorry. Where did I get this? Gotta give a little shout out to Portland Percussion in Gray. Who is it? Sofa Kings, the drummer for the Sofa Kings in Maine. Legendary local band. Mike, I think his name is Mike. Jeez. I have a really bad memory. Somebody should smoke some weed. I just met the guy and we talked about other people, so I kept forgetting his name, but he knows everybody else, you know what I'm saying? Speaking of which, band stuff, might as well keep talking about. We usually open, by the way, with either the Lords and the New Creatures. Usually open with that lovely little ditty, which is called, what is it? Why am I forgetting the song? Hoochie Coochie Man. Jesus, Waynus. Waynus Jesus. Hoochie Coochie Man. We usually start off with that because it's a lovely little number. And because we play it so long, sometimes I use it to introduce the band. Because there's all these lovely little sections with solos or just hanging out and yamming. Sorry. We usually go with that one pretty long. And Flash, keyboard, the main Ray Manzarek, Pops, he usually tells me, repeat the last verse. And we've done that so many times that I finally went, hey, you know what I should do? Like a smart little fella? I should probably write my own little last verse. Instead of repeating that last verse, fucking write your own, bitch. It's a blues song. You're supposed to make your own shit up. You know what I'm saying? Blah, 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 blah. Ch-ch-ch-ch-ch-boo. You know what I'm saying, sucker? Something like that. So I finally did. And for some reason in my head, we had a Lord's gig last Saturday. We played a birthday party. Made a lot of people happy. That was fun. Was expecting the Falmouth Popo to show up. Didn't. Lucky us. We must have been good. Because if we sucked, they definitely would have shown up and said, hey, pack it up, boys. But we was ripping it up. We was cooking it up. Mr. Steve Luttrell, the namesake, he named the Lord's drummer, poet. Look up his latest book of poetry called Paper Boats. Look that up if you want, Steve Luttrell. And then, of course, me and Flash, Alan, and Chuck Hillman, Chuck the Truck Hill, man, from the New Creatures. He sat in to play the guitar because Dennis was otherwise indisposed, and so was Mr. Eric Sawyer. He was already scheduled to play a graduation party with some other musician friends, bandmates, other bands that he's in. Eric's a slut. He's a bass slut. And it's awesome. I love it. I call him Chewbacca because he big, he hairy, he funny, and he fixes a lot of shit. And he my buddy. Let's see, and Mark St. Cyr, that's the drummer in that band. Oh, yeah, they're playing tonight. If you guys, anybody in Maine, you're in Portland, go see, what is it, Stillwater at Andy's Old Port Pub. I think that's where they're playing tonight. I don't know the guitar player's name. And the singer is Jeff Bird. Yeah, go check them out if you're in Portland and you're watching this stuff. Good choo 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 boo. Boy, you suck on this. And I mean that literally. In both ways possible. See what I'm saying? Go get yourself a harmonica. Oh, that's something I'm going to pull up later. The person that I use YouTube to get some teachings. This guy named Juzzie Smith, Juzzie Smith. I think he's either Australian or from New Zealand. Look it up. I didn't. But, he's got that accent. And the dude does everything. And he's so sweet when he teaches. I mean, literally, he's like a little, what do you call it, folksy blues guy. But he's so sweet. He's like, this guy could fucking teach anybody, which he has. And he's been playing since he was like, I don't know, I think he says 12, 13, something like that. Been around a while, traveled the world, blah, 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 blah. And he's the one that teaches you to just make up your own shit. Because that's what it's for. Just have a little fun. I hope this isn't too hot. I meant the sound, not the playing. That was too late. Fucker. Fuck you, StreamYard. Anyway, how's your Saturday? You're probably doing something like sitting on the lake on a boat, floating, doing one of these, going, hey, look, it's Wayness. He's live. Hey, let's dive in the water because I want to drown after listening to this shit. Oh! See, you got to slap yourself in the ass so nobody else will do it. Unless you ask nicely. See, that's another thing other people are doing. Riding around on them goddamn wonderful, beautiful, unbelievably sexy motorcycles. You know what's sexy is a fucking... it's so sexy when you see a sexy chick sitting on the back of a Harley with her dude. That's pretty hot. Especially if she's hot. But it's even... Did I just throw my shit around or is it just sweating like a bitch? I just might have thrown it around. What's really sexy is when you look over and fucking... And you're like, that's a chick all by herself. Whoa, that's cool. I haven't ridden in forever. A chick or a bike. And got my license and I haven't ridden for... I really do feel like I'd have to take lessons again because it's been so fucking long. I don't know why they even bothered giving me my license. They crazy fucks. Oh, the same people that fuck everything else up. Whatever. Speaking of else, so I told you Stillwater's playing tonight. If you're in Portland. Pretty sure Jeff plays a harmonica. I know he sings. He gave me some props one night when me and Eric went and saw him with another band. He said that motherfucker does Jim Morrison real well. And that's why he's behind me. Blah, 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 blah. Shut the fuck up. Anyway. So they're playing tonight, Andy's Old Port Pub, I think it is. The New Creatures playing Post 86 in Gray, July 4th. And Zero Bar and Grill, July 17th. And Post 197 in Westbrook, October 2nd. And there's private shit that I can't tell you because you're not invited. I'm sorry. You know I would invite you. But that's not my job. My job is to make people fucking laugh and shuffle their shoes with the great gentleman behind me holding up the bridge blues, doing all the fucking work while I make an ass of myself, because that's what I was born to do, because I'm a jack fucking ass. What? Anyway, again, shut up. Did I tell you I was waiting for the Popo to show? Didn't even mean to rhyme. Fuck. So, we'll look up Juzzy Smith. We'll do some... Well, I'm going to show you Juzzy in a bit if you haven't looked it up already. You know, because you want to keep watching me. Look up Juzzy after. Juzzy Smith. Juzzy. Where the fuck did you get that name, homeboy? I don't really want to know. Excuse me. Jesus. The hell, beer? That's the other thing. I haven't had a beer since Tuesday's rehearsal, and I only had 3. Cooked it up a bit. A lot of country that night. So I haven't had a beer since. So I woke up Saturday morning and I says, you know what? Let's do a whip and drink some beer, and then maybe have a fire. I'm going to have a fire later, I think, if the weather cooperates and doesn't start pissing on us. We got enough piss yesterday and the day before, right? Is that what it was? No, yesterday was nice, wasn't it? No, yesterday was nice. Yeah, it was the day before we got pissed on. Hardcore. Wicked hard. Oh, there's something I saw. Another. Have you seen my Flat Earth Dave whip? 161? Or 60? Shit. Forget. Look it up. It's right there. The Flat Earth Dave. That was a nice hour. Wish we had more time. Hopefully he's going to come back. Then there's the Daniel Knopf thing. But, what I was talking about, what I was going to get to, there was a thing on Twitter. We're going to do a Twitter scroll later, too. There's a thing I saw yesterday on Twitter. I think, was it Ben Werman that put it up? I don't remember. But another thing that proves the dome firmament thing for Flat Earth, which is the thunderstruck. Because sound needs something to bounce off of and echo through, right? Well, thunder, what does that do? If there was not that firmament, which nobody's been past that I know of anyway, it just proves that dome. And we're supposed to be living in domes because it's better fucking circulation, but we're doing all this flat, square shit that fucks things up, sends energy bills up, blah, blah, blah. Igloos are domes, right? It's cold, but you go into an igloo where it's normally, below 0 temperatures or super cold. It's nice in an igloo. They live very well in igloos. Why? Because the circulation is cool. And then where it's really hot, they have the huts, the dome huts, or the little dome. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're supposed to be doing, but they've tricked us into this. Some of it's cool. I'm not saying all rectangles or square homes are shit. I'm not saying that. But we were also taken away from hemp, industrial hemp, which makes hempcrete, which you can make hempcrete domes out of, you can make hempcrete domes, and they're fireproof. I'm thinking Three Little Pigs story. And all the long-lasting buildings that are in the world. Look up that old world shit. Got to get into that old world shit. Our history is such manure. Is that too hot? Sorry. Maybe I should back off. 1850-ish? I think most stuff is bullshit. Or not as old as they say. I think they toasted a lot of shit. That's what I already said say. Fuck. Clay, Tay. Shut up. Gotta get into that stuff. Did I just spit over something? I probably did. I was probably in the middle of something else and the other something else. And what? When? Because I'm trying to go too fast. It's fucking Saturday. Oh, I was talking about gonna have a fire. I hope. That'll be cool. Because I got a tree I cut down and it's in a bunch of pieces. And I'm tired of sitting, seeing the pile of logs. Little logs that need to get toasted. But where the tree came down, it's a nice little spot now. Nice little birdhouse. There's Blue Jay in there spitting out eggs. Hope nobody's gotten into them yet. Usually there's a lot of times where I don't put that shit up because all of a sudden I wake up one morning and it's down. Like, what happened there? Was it a squirrel? Was it a whatever? But if you don't put the bird seed out there, the house is just fine. I think that's what it was, because I was putting a little bird seed for the birds to go in a little house and fucking bears, fucking bears. Apparently there's a black bear roaming around Portland. Was it Portland, I guess? Recently? Yesterday? Something like that. They're so adorable. A little black bear jumping out for Juneteenth. Right, Lisa, you know what I'm saying? That was a good time. That was good timing. Anyway, so I mentioned the new Creature shows, not the private ones, because what else? What else with the band stuff? Oh yes, like I said last Saturday, we had that Lord's thing. What was her name again? Miss. Oh, it's right on the tip of my tongue. I'm sorry. I'm looking like a complete dick because I'm forgetting the birthday girl's name from last week. Kathy. Miss Kathy. And of course, it was cool because they had all been at dinner. Her whole crew, all her peoples for her birthday. They were out to dinner, so we were alone at the house setting shit up. And then all of a sudden, crowd just starts coming at us. It was fucking wild to watch. Because normally, when you're setting, you see that it's a little different inside of a club or a bar or whatever. It's just it seems a little different because it's a little sporadic thing. But it was just this flush of people coming down the driveway with their fucking chairs and blah blah blah. And we're like, whoa, what's going on here? It almost felt like a zombie attack. So then we had to go to keep them back. Because that's what happens with zombies. They go, whoa! Music fucks them up. Kind of like how shit fucks up vampires. You know what vampires are really about? You know who they are about? Do you know why they're, let's see, what was it that I said yesterday? It was the Abraham Lincoln thing. You know the movie, they did that movie, Abraham Lincoln, Vampire Hunter, and a lot of people were like, what the fuck? What is this? Abraham Lincoln, Vampire Hunter. What are we running out of idea? This is some weird shit. And then you go, wait. Why was Lincoln really assassinated? Because of the greenback. Interest-free, debt-free money to pay for the fucking war that was started by vampires. Banking. Vampires. So what happens when people create interest-free, debt-free money for their people? They usually get two in the back of the head or the front or the neck, or as Gaddafi got, unfortunately, a bayonet up his, whatever. There's part of the history that I just mentioned, that bullshit. Just the local recent bullshit, how they've always fed us that, Gaddafi was a bad guy. Oh, let's see. What was Libya like before they killed him? Oh, it was just one of the greatest places to live on the planet when you look at all the shit. Look it up. What was Libya like? Oh, the health kit, I think gasoline, 15 cents a gallon. The oil money went back to the Libyan people. There was literally almost no homeless people except for some chosen ones. You got homes, the maternity leave, no interest on this, that, and the other for loans. Just look it up for your fucking self. You know what I'm saying? Now you did it wrong. Whatever, like you did it right before. Woo! How's that? I think I'm going a little too fast. Why? I don't know. I hadn't done a podcast in a week. Oh, Daniel Knopf. How about that one? 162. Have you checked out Whip 162? Am I sounding okay? All of a sudden, I gotta go. I usually check. Is there sound? Am I all right, or am I just sitting here spewing to nothing? What's going on there? No chat. Why can't I hear myself? Crowd just starts coming at us. It was fucking wild to watch. Oh, gee, yeah, that's behind. Oh, everything's fine. Everything sounds just fine. Isn't that funny? Because there's nobody here but me. I see some folks running in and out. But what else are we getting into? All right. Stay focused, man. Just chill, brother. Just chill. Have you gone out and got your harmonica yet? Go get yourself a harmonica. By the way, that wasn't an ad when I mentioned Portland Percussion. I just mentioned it because they're close by. And didn't cost me much gas money to go buy a $17 harmonica. And I used to tell people, not that I'm some fucking great musician. I'm just a little bit of this, a little bit of that, master of none, and they start talking theory and start talking, which key we're in. I'm a vocalist going, what? That sounds like calculus to me. Yeah, Wayne, maybe that's why you fuck up so much. Because the more I focus more on the being a showman. No, I'm better than that. That's mostly a joke. But I used to say, because I've tried guitar, and I've played a little bass. Oh, that's something I want to get Kelly Nichols. Kelly Nichols just did the hair metal guru Anthony's podcast, and I think Kelly would have a good time being on my podcast. And him and Duff McKagan are the reason that I bought my bass fucking so many years ago. My heavy honer. Excuse me. That I did not bring back from California with me. It's getting more use with other folks. But I used to say to folks, if you're not going to do the drums, you're not going to try the drums. If you want to do, one of those string instruments, start with the bass because it's a little simpler. And then you want to this is too simple. Boom, you already know a whole bunch if you move up to guitar. Because a lot of people get way more easily and thrown away because guitar can be a little bit more frustrating because of the more strings, and just for some people. Some people it's spoken no problem, which is great. Everybody try it. But because of myself and other people that I've seen go, oh, gee, man, it's just too much. And I've heard so many people say that. Well, then, did you try the bass? No. Well, go down on the bass, man. Ba-beep, ba-bop, ba-boop, ba-boop. And then if you do want to go back, I used to say that. Well, actually, what you should do is start with the harmonica. I've had this fucking thing for 2 weeks, and some people would think that I'm a goddamn pro. Because he knows one little bit, one little chord. See, I don't even know what it's called. 17 notes. I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm just listening to Juzzy Smith. And, I've got some rhythm. I've got rhythm. Because of the bass. And a little bit of drums. As I like to say, I've dipped my big toe in a lot of shit. And some of it I'm like, ooh, that's nice. That's warm. Oh, that feels good and doesn't smell so bad. A lot of it's, whoa, get your ass out of that. I said ass. Anyway, why is my nose itching? You know, people thinking, was he doing blow? No. Gross. Gross. Narcotics are disgusting. Has he tried them? Yes, they're gross. And when you're 50, almost 5 years old, they're really even worse. Which is why I talk a lot about Ibogaine. Have you heard of Ibogaine? Like I'm doing a commercial. Ibogaine is a natural psychedelic that helps a lot of people get off narcotics. Yes, it's dangerous. That's why you should do it with in the right way and not be a dumbass. Just like mushrooms. Man, do I feel like I've said that 1,700 times before? Because you have. Again, I think I've said it on a couple whips recent. Waking up on that Saturday a couple of months ago and getting on Twitter, and there's fucking Rogan in the White House and this whole thing about Ibogaine. I'm like, oh my God! Not that I'm a Rogan guy anymore. I understand why people don't like him. I fully understand. But I also know of the good side, which if it wasn't, he's been a big proponent of psychedelics, which has helped a lot of fucking people. But to see that and go, oh my gosh, almost, because I've been talking about Ibogaine for 20 years or more. Yeah, 20 years. And almost everybody I've ever talked to, what's that? Which is fine, I understand that. It was buried. I said the same fucking thing. I'm not judging. But to all of a sudden, be trying to do that. And I almost had my friend Claire, I was trying to get her on Coast to Coast AM when I worked for Coast to Coast AM. Just trying to spread the word. I've been trying to spread the word for years. And all of a sudden, boom, because Rogan's so popular and fucking, right there at White House, the scumbags in the White House. I know it's bad. I ain't no fucking, I fucking hate them all. All poisonous scum. Bah! Sometimes they do throw crumbs. That's a fact. But it's crumbs, which is why there should be a... What? A what? It's all a joke. It's like, okay, so this little piece, that Saturday, this many people knew about Ibogaine, and then all of a sudden that Saturday, a few weeks ago, a lot of people know what Ibogaine is now. And because of that, it's thrown Ibogaine into people, not just mine, because I noticed my feed and my Facebook and just Facebook, I think. All of a sudden, because I follow Ibogaine stuff already, but all of a sudden there's a bunch of new Ibogaine stuff just popped. I didn't search for that, looked at that stuff in a while on Facebook, but boom, there's a whole bunch of new stuff about Ibogaine and treatment and blah, blah, blah. So look it up for yourself, which is what I always say. Don't believe this douchebag. Even though I'm a clown, I throw out some good stuff, but I don't want you to think, oh, he knows it all, because it's obvious I don't. Stop. See, that's the other part. It's easily addictive. You have a bass, you gotta carry around a fucking amp and maybe an extra chord. You gotta have your picks if you play with a pick. You gotta have a tuner if you don't tune without a tuner. You gotta have all this stuff, which is cool. I'm not taking anything away from it. We need bass players. We need a whole bunch more Duff McKagans and Kelly Nicholses and Eric Sawyers. And Wayne Roberts's, who doesn't play that anymore because it hurts his fucking elbow. And I thought, well, that's what I was saying. When I borrowed one of Eric's basses for a couple of weeks just to see, I was expecting my left hand for the fretboard, I was expecting that elbow to go ow, 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 ow after a while. But it was my right hand, my picker and my crawler. My picker and my crawler. That's good. Remember that. Somebody write a fucking song. Yeah, and it wasn't even, and it wasn't. Well, it did bug me just a hair. I could feel a little. It started, it starts as an itch, and then it crawls into feeling like somebody's holding a blowtorch to the inside of my elbows. If I go too long with fucking around, twisting, turning, doing a lot of stuff. Anyway, the finger thing. I'm feeling a little, and then I switch and I go other back and forth, pick to finger. And the funny part was because when I pick, I like to I just love to hear that fucking punky thud, that punk 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 punk, that McKagan Nichols sound. If this was 2020, people would think I had the vid, which doesn't exist. What? Yeah, that's another one to crawl into. And story, too. Have I not, 36 minutes in, and I have not had any nicotine? Okay, that's fixed. Where was we? Yeah, and I was tripping out. I remember texting Eric saying, "Dude, I thought it was going to be my left that bugged me, but it's actually my right." And just saying it and doing a few things, I'm feeling the fucking tickle itch. The tickle itch. It's really what it is. It's part tickle, it's part itch. You know that feeling. You get it sometimes. That's what I was saying with the elbows. Imagine, did I finish that? You hit it and it lasts never goes away for a long time, to where even washing your fucking hair and just doing this in your head and just doing this is like, ow, owie, 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 owie. Nobody seems to understand because nobody has golf and tennis elbow in both elbows. But if you go to Pete Sampras, let's go to Andre Agassi, Bjorn Borg. No, he's dead, I think, right? Yeah, he's tits up, I believe. Who's it? Boris Becker. He was one of my favorites. Actually, Djokovic. Ask that motherfucker. I'm sure he's had fucking tennis elbow. But of course, mostly just in the right, because he's right-handed. McEnroe, I'm sure, has it in his left because, he's just a... Is he still... Yeah, he's still kicking. John fucking McEnroe, still kicking. Wonder what he looks like now. He must look like he must look like Yoda by now. It's been a long time since I've seen Mr. McEnroe. What was I saying? Oh, tennis elbow. Yeah. So if you know it, what was that other tweet that just popped into my head? I think I was scrolling and somebody in my For You scroll, not the following, but just stuff that they throw in for you. And somebody had a tweet that had like 6,000 fucking likes and said he was happy to see all these pickleball places closing. What? Pickleball's already taken a dump? That didn't take long. Jesus Christ. Oh, you know why? Because people were listening when I said the only fun sport to really watch now for professionals is women's beach volleyball. Which for some reason stopped showing up at my fucking Instagram. I don't know what the hell. What the hell? What's going on there, Mr. Instagram? Did you hear that? Somebody's shooting. There's a pit not far from here. And people do a lot of shooting. I'd be practicing myself. I just hope they're white. In my town, they should be, or get the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Sucker fool. Yeah, I'm just goofing on that, sort of. I got a lot of brown friends. I dropped them off. I'm kidding. This is a joke. I'm telling you. I'm really hating the look of outside. It looks like it should be raining, and I hope it don't, because I really want to have a fire after I'm done with this shit. I went to, let's change it up. Figuring this out. I think I finished everything. I think I've gone back and, the pinball brain in your favorite machine. I think I've squared it all at this point. 40 minutes in, that's it? Jesus, what a pussy. So I saw, earlier this week, I saw a friend from high school that I hadn't seen in 25 years, since the 2000 reunion, which was supposed to be our 10th, but of course it ended up being our 11th. We were a little late. We're a little slow around here. Hadn't seen him in a while, but unfortunately saw him at his ma's celebration of life, and I just missed some other folks from high school. They had left right before I arrived, and typical Wayne fashion, last one to leave. Hey, Jeff, what's up? Hey, new wife. Hey, buddies. Hey, friends. Hey, blah, blah, blah. Wayne's gonna go. Oh, I haven't talked in a while. I haven't done a podcast. I haven't been hanging out too much. All I've been doing is singing and playing this fucking thing. So I can't help but go. Have you seen my podcast? And next thing you know, it's time to go. It wasn't that bad. It was a lot more fun. A lot of laughs. When Jeff and I were little, he was the first one. I go over to his house because we talked about Star Wars. I'm like, dude, I don't have Star Wars on VHS, 1983, whatever it was, 2, 3. I don't have those on fucking VHS. You do? Or was it 80? Might have been 84. I don't remember. Something like that. But anyway, nobody had fucking Star Wars on VHS except for Jeff. And we played baseball. He was a good basketball player. Always kicked my ass playing basketball one-on-one. Little fucker. He'd been playing a lot longer than me. Yeah, that's the excuse. Wayne's starting to feel like he's got to go make water. Which is cool because I can always pull up some best of to take over the time. So I saw Jeff, high school. Oh God, that was another one. Did I mention this on the other whip? So I had a lot because of the acting shit that I did a few times since I've been back in Maine. People are like, oh, why don't you teach drama at the high school? That's funny. I've been a Manny, but I don't have teaching credentials. I'm a good bowling coach. I have helped some people with acting through the years, but I don't have those credentials. I don't have the paperwork. I don't have that shit. And then I went, why don't you just look, just for the hell of it? And I looked up the teachers in my old high school. And Mr. Walker's still there. Teaching drama and math. Still there. And apparently I talked to some other folks, do a lot of coaching and stuff, and they're like, he looks exactly the same. So I'm like, what is he eating? What is he drinking? Why does he look the same? Why are we talking like this? Because you're a retard. Well, that's another one. Oh, that old world stuff. Turns out, people like me and you, that see through the bullshit and don't believe in a lot of history pre-1850-ish, because that's when we saw a lot of mental institutions showing up in a lot of stuff. When things were changing and the history was being rewritten, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, yeah, who was thrown in there? Oh, they were thrown in there for religious fanatic reasons or blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it was the fucking truthers. Saying, whoa, 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 no, what are they doing? They're trying to change it. Blah, blah. That's what was going on, I believe. And I live right up the street. I grew up right down the road from one. said that on many whips where I would think sometimes after I read, what's that fucking book? I Am the Cheese. Yeah, I talked about that on a whip before. Look up that book, I Am the Cheese, where it's this kid who, he thinks he's in this little town riding his bike to go see these people, go that people, say hi, blah, blah, blah. And then it turns out he's just riding his bike around a goddamn mental institution and visiting his doctor and nurses and shit like that. Like, whoa, is that really me? Because I live right down the road from one. Am I really a patient? I had that scare. Where was I with that, though? With the mental institution stuff. Oh, the drama. Yeah, is that why he's an actor? Was an actor? So anyway, yeah, I look it up. I'm like, God damn. Because me and my buddy Rick, we didn't do the senior play with Mr. Walker. As actors, we were his crew. We built and painted the set and did the lights with a girl named Linda that was in our class. We were the three crew, and a bunch of our friends, of course, were in the actual play. And that's funny. I wasn't even in the play. I was just one of the crew, but then I'm the one that ends up being a fucking actor. It's hilarious. At the time, back then, it's funny. I was a bouncy little douche just like this, fucking blah, 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 trying to make people laugh. But I was like, I didn't bother even. I didn't even audition. That's why it was too late. And then when some other friends were in there, and Rick was like, "Dude, you didn't audition? What the fuck?" I'm like, I got this, I got that. Yeah, I got weed to smoke and beer to drink. And he says, "Hold on, I need you to help me being part of the crew." And I says, "Okay." So we did. And Rick was the one, of course, being the crew. That's where the after party was after the last performance of the senior play. It was at Rick's house, and there was a snowstorm. We all got fucking snowed in. That was hilarious. Bunch of videotape. That was back when the old not the high 8, the VHS videotapes. You actually stick it on your shoulder, and the camera too. Wow, some funny shit. Anyway, what was it? Drama. Anyway, so after seeing that Mr. Walker is still one of the teachers there at the high school, I'm like, holy shit, man, let's go ahead and look at the jobs. So I look at the jobs. Oh, they need a drama director for the middle school. Why not? I applied. Funniest part, ain't heard of shit. Ain't heard of shit. Ain't heard nothing. Why? Because I don't have any fucking teaching credentials. What did I put up? What did I give them for my teaching credentials piece of paperwork online? My acting resume. That's funny. Sorry. I thought Dawson's Creek and Runaway Jury might give me a little edge. Who do you want to listen to teaching you and telling you about drama and doing TV and doing movies and stuff? The guy, somebody who has nothing on their resume, or somebody who has Runaway Jury and Fighting Kind and Panopticon and Looking for Liana, screened at Cannes 2012. Oh, Looking for Liana, it's on the Whip page, the YouTube page under the videos thing. I recently put it up because Jimmy never put it on YouTube. It was on Vimeo, and Vimeo always gave people, I always got messages, where can I see Looking for Liana? Here it is. Why does Vimeo give me so many trouble? I'm not shitting on Vimeo, I'm just saying people had trouble. So I said, fuck, I'll finally put it on the tubes of you. The gypsy woman told my mother 4 hours. Boom! You got a board shot coming. Yeah, Wayne's got to pee. So what we're going to do is we're going to do some best of. And I'm going to find something. Video file. Let's see. We got the video file. We need something long. We need something long. Whip clips. Let's go with some whip clips. What do we got? Oh, wait. No. We got desktop. We got to go to desktop. I'm sorry. Got to go through. This is what happens when you go live. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Let's try whip 146. What's going on here? What do we have here? Do we have any long ones? What about clips? Oh, what do we got this? How long is this bitch? That's 2 minutes. I'm going to need more than that for this pee. I'm going to need more than 2 minutes. Oh, that's only 41 seconds. Well, that sucks a big bag of balls. Let's see. Whip 147. That's only a minute. That's only a minute. Waynes, where are your fucking big ones? And clips, too. Ooh, there's one. Both eyes clip. Whip 147. June 15th, 2024. How about that shit? Not too far off. This is back with Susie. Let's see. Here's a story for you. There was one time I was with oh my God, well, how old was I? I don't know. I think I was 21. And there you go. Yeah, I was on top, and this is fun. And seeing him hold out finish, and my head was buried between her, her goo-gaws, not her hoo-ha, Anyway, and I, just as I was, anyway, I shot myself in the eye. And then I'm like, ow, ow, ow. And she's like, what's wrong? What's wrong? What hurts? And I went, this in my eye.
Does it burn?
Yeah, it stings, dude. Oh, boy, she had a laugh.
Nice.
Oh, it's great. Anyway, just to let you know, I'm just telling you, I'm feeling you on your eye hurting. I know what you're talking about. It's a true story.
Oh, listen.
I think it was 1992. Go ahead.
Something I discovered while I was pregnant. Wait, was I pregnant? I might have been breastfeeding. One of the two. And I got pink eye. And I didn't want to have any, medications, antibiotics. I think I was breastfeeding. I didn't want to, pass it on to Sarah. So I started looking and searching for natural remedies for pink eye. So it turns out honey cures pink eye. So what I did was I mixed saline solution, and I just put a few drops of honey in there, and I put that in my eye, and literally by the next day my pink eye was gone. So that's what I've been doing for this. It's painful, but it's better. So I've been putting the honey, honey drops. I made honey drops for my eye.
Now, did you use the honey bear stuff? The stuff
No, I have a raw.
Natural?
I have a raw, unfiltered honey that actually has the honeycomb, and that's what I used. So
This is what I played. No, because the synchronicities, because that's one of the things the whip is all about, is synchronicity. While I say this, I got to do this. Well, I just told that story about shooting myself in the eye. And you bring up the honey shit. Sorry. It made me think of Erin Summers' Passion Phones on IOD. And her thing, she used to always, at the end of every show, she would say happy honey bears. Or if she talked about or giving, I got you down. Giving oral magic, she would talk about. She would say happy honey bears, because she said she would tell, anybody, but mostly she's talking to ladies, of course, about swallowing, and to have the honey bear thing and just have a little honey in your mouth, and makes it easier or whatever. I think that was the whole thing. So that's why. Anyway, I'm thinking it wasn't just for the taste; it was also to protect your eyes. Or just wear these. Yeah, and now I do. That's what I do.
Now you use goggles.
Yes, I wear safety glasses during sex. How about you? What's the first thing you say on a dating app when you when you match with somebody and you start a conversation? Oh, I wear safety goggles during sex. How about yourself? Let's get right to the fucking point here. That's pretty good shit, if I do say so myself. Hi, Susie. Birthday twin. Oh, there you go. See? Even when Wayne goes to pee, the break is filled with entertainment and not a god darn commercial. What was that? Speaking of, like I said earlier, I had to add. I decided to write my. I was meant to grab it when I went and made water. I wrote a new verse. What is it? I put this song together to get my point across. And if you don't like it, I don't give a toss, 'cause you know I'm him. Yeah, and that's what's fucking me up, because there's all the, it's a little different after that. Anyway, you know I'm him. Everybody knows I'm him. Am I gonna get a copyright strike? You know I'm the hoochie coochie man. Everybody knows I'm him. Boom, 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 boom. The best, not the best, to me anyway, my favorite. There's all kinds of versions of Hoochie Coochie Man out there. The Slash, Billy Gibbons, is my favorite. That's what we go by, because there's so much extra in there that Slash and Billy do. You ever notice that now Billy Gibbons from ZZ Top goes by Billy F. Gibbons? He's not going by Billy Gibbons. Seems like that started somewhere after Dusty died. I've told you the story about my ex-girlfriend who designed Dusty Hill and his wife's wedding bands, and then they wanted them refurbished, blah, blah, blah. That's how I found out. Anyway, why is Billy going by F now? What's the F stand for? Do you think it's Frank, or do you think it's... See? If Wayne can do it, you can do it. Get yourself a ding-dang harmonica, and you can do... Oh, that was what I was saying earlier. You don't have to have an amp. You don't have to have a fucking microphone. You know, just this in your ding-dang pocket, and you and your friends can start doing the same song over and over. Was he going to learn something else? How's that? Yeah, that hurt my ear too. My apologies. I meant to hit the other hole. Oh. Drama. That's right. We was talking about drama. That's probably... See, that fucking clip that I just played on my pee break? That's probably the reason I haven't heard anything about being the drama teacher at the middle school. This motherfucker can't be around kids talking shit. See? He just keeps proving it. Meanwhile, they've got their phones, and they're seeing all kinds of stuff way worse than the Wayness. Way worse than the Wayness. What? You know what I'm saying. I told you. Okay, we haven't gone to Juzzy yet. We're going to go to Juzzy. We're going to do Twitter scroll. We're going to Instagram scroll. We're going to do... What else? Did that. Oh, shit. I just had something else in my head, and it flipped out. Man. That's what happens when you don't have commercial breaks to go, to reset. You know, notice this. I come from working with professionals that make lots of money. How much do you make, Wayne? 0. But I came from being the, being the helpful motherfucker in the background for people that used to make hundreds of thousands of dollars. And they only had to do fucking 11 minutes at a time at the most, usually. Except for George Norrie on Coast to Coast, because the way their thing was set up. Get rid of that first break, and then boom, do a whole 35 minutes, and then a break, and then another 10, 15, something like that. Something, that was all right. But that's usually with a guest, and the guest doing most of the fucking talking. So, still, pretty easy stuff. Now, this motherfucker goes on for hours and hours just by himself, with no commercial breaks, except for some pee breaks, where he plays fucking best of clips. During his pee break, does he do commercials? No. Fuck you. Does he Yeah, I think that's all I was getting at was the commercial thing. I don't do fucking. There's no commercial breaks. I don't have to fucking hit that shit. I can do whatever the fuck we want. But all these popular. That's the fucking bullshit. You get rid of TV and you want to go to podcasts. You go to podcasts that have famous people, and all they do is have commercials. How fucking boring. Bunch of fucking hollow twats that already make enough fucking money that don't need to be having a podcast and having a fucking Patreon. What the fuck is a former CIA? Sean Ryan as an example. That motherfucker's podcast is big enough. He's got enough shit. What the fuck does he have a Patreon for? Patreon is for people like me. People that don't do fucking commercials. So that's like that conflict of interest thing with business that they've completely eroded. Patreon is for fucking folks that don't actually fucking make any fucking money. Can I say fuck one more fucking time? You fucking A right, motherfucker. Damn, and I thought I was going to be boring, but I just ripped it up for a minute. I mean, an hour. It's so funny. All these years, even winning an award for, best weekend non-music program. That's funny. Just say fucking best weekend talk show is what the title should have been. But because they have to break it down, because there's so many, because most radio is about music. Was it 2001 when we won that, or 2000? Yeah, it was 2000. It was before Riley was born. Yeah, my ex-wife was pregnant with Riley when we accepted the award. But yeah, best non-music, best weekend non-music program. This has been best weekend talk show. That's what it should have been. Because most of the fucking stuff on the weekends was infomercial bullshit, which I had to fucking being in the production department also, I had to deal with a lot of that crap. And that's how I learned to go, oh, I can do better than this. Me and my ex-wife, we can do better than this. And we fucking did. When we separated, she let me have the award. When I separated from my apartment in California, I let the dumpster have the award. I don't need this fucking piece of plastic. Who gives a shit? I already do the whip. I proved that I should have won a long time ago anyway. God, I wish I'd had this since I was a kid. I wish I knew another tune. I do. I just haven't practiced. Juzzy. Let's go to Juzzy. Let's go to Juzzy Smith. Let's see. All right. Just like I was doing before with trying to pull up that other thing. First, we got to go to YouTube. Where's my Juzzy Smith? Juzzy. I'm still trying to get used to saying that fucking name. Juzzy Smith. Hey, look, the Waning Interest podcast is live. Oh, there's a new Tim Dillon show, number 500. Oh, that's going to be premiering in a little bit. But you want to stick with me and, go to that later. Tim Dillon. I worked with him, Sam Tripoli, me and Sam doing Conspiracies Now. Way back in the day, 2019. Yeah, I didn't know who Tim Dillon was, didn't know he was gay. The three of us are doing the show, and then he says something, makes some gay jokes, and then I'm like, looking like a total fucking nitwit, of course, because that's what the Wayness does. Am I right here? Where are we? Oh, of course, Juzzy's over there, right there by Junkyard. All right, seriously. You're going to love this fucking guy. He's so sweet. Look at this one here. 4 years ago, my coolest harmonica solo. I'm not even going to play that one, but that's got 2.7 million views. Where's my shit? Where's the stuff that these aren't the ones that oh man, he's got so much stuff. Where's my harmonica stuff? Here we go. All right, let's pull this one up. All right, hold on, because first I got to pull this up to make sure it's cool. All right, and everything's moving really slow because I got All right, shut your fucking mouth. And I don't want it to be too loud, so I got to adjust to make sure before I pull it up. All right, so then we got that. And now we go to, how do we share screen again? How do I fucking do that again? How do I share screen? Manage layouts. No. No, it's presenter invite. Share screen. Share screen tips. Yeah, whatever. What are you doing? Just do monitor. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Shut the fuck up. Why you do the tips again? This here. Go to breathing technique. Here we go. Here's some little video of Juzzy Smith. Hopefully I don't get copyright strike for this shit. All right, where are we at? All right, that's better. Let's go to this and make it a little bigger. Do that, and then we got to go back here and hit play. Here's Juzzy. Say hello to Juzzy Smith.
Hey guys, it's Juzzy Smith here, and I wanted to share with you what I believe is the most important harmonica tip of all.
Lots of
tips.
blowing and sucking.
This is breathing and getting the best tone and the best ease of playing harmonica. It's so important for anything that you're going to play. A lot of people come up to me playing harmonica and I can just tell they just don't have that relaxed feel. So therefore their sound isn't very, relaxed and beautiful to listen to. So I'm going to show you just the simple things that make your harmonica playing sound amazing. So on a C harmonica, all we're going to do is breathe in and then out on holes 1, 2 and 3.
He said holes.
So this is going to give us chords. When inhaling, it's going to be a G chord. When exhaling, it's going to be a C chord. These are common chords for lots of songs, but it's great just to get your breathing and your feel for how relaxed you can be. So open your lips quite wide.
Get your lips quite wide.
And put it right over the harmonica.
And put it right over the what?
Because the first secret to getting a good relaxed tone is the seal. Always have the harmonica right in.
Yes, pull the skin back so you can get to the seal. I think they call that the clitoris.
Because too much air can come in here and you've got to pull the notes harder. So,
he said harder. Sorry. Shut up, douche.
What I find to make my tone better,
same way I smoke a
just
joint.
leave my nose passage open. And this gives me the best tone. It's like yawning. So let's just do it together. I'm going to just tap the beat. So we'll just do inhale for 4, and then exhale for 4. So that's going to be like 3, 4. So the things to look and listen out for is just a steady hold. It's not going to, because that's just like you're running out of air or you're taking too much in. Just want steadiness. Okay. If you're not getting that tone, it sounds like this.
Wrap those lips.
Because you're pushing the air, it's all just in here. The best tone is your whole body. Always say the best way to get the inhale is like yawning.
You yawn a lot when you do mushrooms,
the air goes into your whole body. That's the best open tone. Okay, now you can add rhythm to this, just to feel like you go on the 1 and the 3, say that. Because what you're doing is learning dynamics. You're letting the note fade and then come back in, but it's not going to start. It's not going to.
He said suck.
You're just holding it and fading it. Because dynamics, probably one of the most important parts of making a song sound lovely or improvising, as it's like, is if you're talking, you don't want to just use the same tone and talk like this while you're talking to someone, because it will be very boring for someone's ears. You've got to use excitement and bring it down and just add that feeling like you would making your conversation exciting.
You mean bouncy?
So let's just do this. We'll
Like
just
the
do
weenus?
4 like inhales and 4 exhales, but let's go. This is a good practicing exercise for just for getting your tone and getting the sound pretty smooth. And now what you want to do is
Stuff like that.
try it on single notes.
I didn't
So you
know
want
my
to have that
lips
same
wrapping up.
feeling, but just on, say, hole 1. And then let's try hole 4, which is the same notes. It's just a D note inhaling and
4
a C
holes?
note exhaling.
Whoa.
Remember, big kiss over the harmonica. Don't be shy. Because a lot of people just think it's a small hole, so they have to go. But the honesty is, the more you push your lips out, the tighter the seal gets this way, like that. And that gives you a really good,
Push it. Push.
Lock in
the
here.
bush.
and then you can just be relaxed. You can start off with pushing the harmonica in a bit to get that tight seal, but you just don't want any air escaping here because you have to work twice as hard and the tone won't be nowhere near as good.
I'm not going to say that he said hard. What? When? Because.
My nose is like a release valve. If I feel like I've got too much air, I just let the air out. Or if I feel like I don't have enough air, I let some more air in. The nose is amazing. And if you want more lessons on how to use your nose, I'll put the link here so you can check it out.
Oh, we
okay,
got a
before
list
we
of
go on
jokes
to
for
making
that.
a melody and using dynamics, just in your own time, just relax. It's one of the nicest things to do with harmonica, is make you feel really relaxed. If you had a hard day, just breathe
Did
on the
it again.
harmonica, just as long as you can and then as long as you can out, keeping a smooth tone. And trust me, this will make you feel relaxed. So for me, I'm going to just do it for as long as I can, inhaling and exhaling, so you can hear. Stay relaxed.
I'm a smoker, sorry. Alright, so quit showing off. Isn't he great? Fucking
So
love
I'm
this
really
guy.
relaxed still. Interesting then, I was doing it for so long. I could feel the
Did he say
changing the
manholes?
rhythm. It was like,
That's what I heard.
It's a really cool feeling. But do this and you'll notice that I've got really good control because I use my nose and stay relaxed. And you'll notice that I'm trying to keep the tone very even. This is honestly one of the best things you can do for your harmonica playing. Because when
And
it comes
blowjobs.
to good seal,
Sorry, I can't help it. It's been a while, Captain Celibate.
you just get good at, playing notes louder or softer, and you just get the feeling of the dynamics and the strength of just staying really smooth.
One day I can do this.
So to finish this off, I'm going to play you a song of mine called Little Journey, and just going to play it on the ukulele because it's a really fun instrument to play with the harmonica. It's a very lovely song to learn because it's using dynamics and just not too many notes, but it's a feeling that makes it sound really beautiful. It goes like this. 1, 2.
Nice.
I did one mistake in there on the ukulele. If your ears picked it up, you're a very good musician. But if you didn't, go back and see if you can pick it up. I just kept playing because it's the best thing to do is if you're playing to friends and you make a mistake, don't stop and say, I have to start again, because that's worse than just playing the whole way through, because most people will not notice. But that, I'll put the notation for that
But your
song
band
on my
members
Patreon
will, and
page
we'll
if
tell
you'd
you
like to
later.
learn the ukulele part and the harmonica part, as it's my way of sharing more music, and it's really nice to have a community that wants to learn more of this amazing stuff. So keep having fun, and I'm going to finish off just jamming out this song. I love the way the sun shines for everyone.
Hey, nice. I helped him with that. Oh, fast technique. I haven't watched this one.
Well, g'day everyone, Juzzy Smith here. I just wanted to share probably the coolest rhythm that I use for so much of my playing, and it's called the train rhythm. And I'm going to show you how to make it cool as a rhythm, how to make it cool as a riff, as it's all about breathing, and the way you can speed this up is amazing for your harmonica playing. So I think this is probably one of the most effective rhythms I've ever used in my playing, and you'll see why. Check this out. Now it's time to show you how to do that. So we've got to start very simple because it's about feeling the rhythm. And the rhythm's so important because it's a shuffle rhythm. I taught this in the last lesson. It's called triplets. And it's if you're counting, say, 60 beats per minute, which is a beat every second, you could say, which is like 1, 2. And now try saying 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. Because all we're doing is taking out the trip of this rhythm and we're getting that bounce feel. We're getting the 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. If you can say this, I recommend before you even play the harmonica, you get that rhythm in your body. So you go 1 triplet, 2, let 3, let 4, let 1, let 2, let 3, let 4. Because what you need is to really be able to feel that, and that way you'll be able to bring it to the rhythm, and you'll just know that feeling so much better than just trying to play it and thinking of the rhythm while you're playing. So just go do that even for a day before you play the harmonica. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 1, let da 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 da. And as I was saying, if you forget the rhythm, you can always skip around your house. Left foot, right foot.
Hey, that's what I do.
It's the same as the shuffle rhythm that we're going to do for the train rhythm here. Okay, so nice and easy. You're just covering holes 1, 2, and 3, open chord. And we're sucking twice and then blowing twice with that rhythm. So it's like suck, suck, blow, blow, suck, suck, blow, blow, suck,
Whoa.
suck, blow,
It's
blow,
getting
suck,
filthy.
suck, blow, blow. Remember, for the inhale, make sure you're really open. I take air in my nose at the same time as sucking. It gives me a much better tone.
That's what she said.
Some people have trouble with that, and I have that course that I've mentioned before, my Press Play and Blow Away, that teaches you how to use your nose. So great for getting good tone. So just, if you're having troubles and your harmonica sounds like this, just means you're trying too hard to draw the notes. So give it a big kiss, lips right over, right in the groove. Yawn. Bring that air in through your nose, open your throat like a yawn.
Whoops.
Okay, so you want to just sit on that, get comfortable. A really great thing to do is get a metronome. You can get them on your phone. I'll set mine up now so you can hear what I mean. All right, guys.
What's with
So
the
if you
crotch
have
shot,
a
bro?
mobile phone and you can download apps, there's a lot of metronome apps out there. I've got one called Pro Metronome, and it was free. You can pay more to get the advanced version, but it just keeps you in
No.
time. And the reason I say this is great is because you can speed yourself up a little bit every day, and that's what makes your playing really good. So I'll just put on 60 beats per minute. That's BPM, beats per minute. And then you sort of got the sound like, so you can go 1 triplet,
Click track.
2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1, let 2, let 3, let 4, let. And once you feel comfortable with that, try 65 beats per minute tomorrow. And every day just increase that a little bit, and you'll notice you're playing goes to a whole new level. But don't rush yourself. Make sure
Oh,
you've
I
got
went
really
out
good
and
rhythm,
in.
and you can hold that groove, because you don't want to go, I want to go real fast straight away, because it won't work. I remember
See,
when I was a
don't get
kid,
fast
I used
right
to
away.
just slowly, and all of a sudden,
Take note, young gentlemen.
taking everyone on a train trip. And now, to add more flavor to this train rhythm, there's some really amazing things you can do with your tongue. So try saying this.
Take
Go,
note,
"E,
young gentlemen."
E," and lift it, that makes your tongue go up. E. So there's less space in your mouth. It gives it more, less space in your mouth gives it more shallow sound. So it's E. And then if you go, or,
Sorry.
exaggerate that and go, or, and pull your tongue right back, or. So there's more space in your mouth. So this will create different tones. And why I'm saying this is because you can go E, O, E, O. So just by doing that, changes the sound on the harmonica and gives it cool flavor. Like so, check this out.
Take
This is
note,
E,
young gentlemen.
and this is O. And then you can just do E, O. So just do one round of each.
Sorry.
And then you'll notice if I speed this up, you'll hear the difference. Pretty cool, huh? Just those little
That's what I was
things
gonna say.
add a whole dynamic, which is so cool for making things, sound more amazing than just the normal sucking and blowing. Next level. You've got a right hand here, which can cup the sound,
Oh, cup
which
it.
is amazing. So I'm going to show you about cupping.
I'm
So
not
it's
going to
like
say anything.
You're covering the harmonica so much that no air's coming out, and that produces a different tone. And then when you open it up, your sound comes out. So it actually changes the pitch, which
Starting
is
to Gee, I wonder why kids
thing
have
to try
such
is,
trouble at fucking musician school.
I have my fingers curled like this on the harmonica, but try it without the harmonica. Pretend you're holding it. These are even.
We all do that.
Put your thumb there and then cover right over. Look inside. And if it's black, that's good. If it's really dark, you can't see any light, that's amazing. That means it's the best cup ever. If you see a bit of light, just try and fix that up. The reason why is if I go, oh, just one tone, you'll hear the difference when I open it up, like so. Oh. So I'm doing nothing to my voice. That's all this is changing the tone. So now check this out. When I'm playing the harmonica, just sucking. That's a great exercise. This is one of the best exercises to do when you first start playing harmonica. It's just breathing in and breathing out, relaxed. And you can play around with your right hand, making rhythms. now we're going to add this to the train rhythm. So I'm going to have it open for a round. So the E's, I'm going to have it open, and the or, I'm going to close it. So it's like.
Starting to sound like Skinner Railroad song.
Sounds cool, huh?
I said
And
so.
I just realized a really great thing to practice is dynamics. So try this train rhythm, but do it as soft as you can, but try and keep the groove. This is one of the best practicing exercises you can do for your skills of getting good tone and being able to work on making it sound as smooth as you can. So I'm going to go as soft as I can with the train and get it not too loud because you don't want to break your reeds and your harmonica, and you'll hear the difference. So. So now the next part, there's lots of parts, so don't try and do it all at once. Just learn one new thing
Go
each
slow,
day,
slow,
come back
slow,
to this
slow,
video,
slow build.
try the next thing, jam along with me. Because what I'm going to do now is pretend it's like a train. So a train's got to slowly speed up, and it always has a woo-woo.
Hey,
steam
that's what
trains,
she
that
always
is.
does.
So to get the steam train sound, the
Like
all
you
aboard,
know.
I suck on holes 3 and 4.
See?
That's a bend, so you want to try and, like I taught in the last lesson, you can tighten the throat. Pretend it's like you're sucking on a thick shake. You're trying to pull that,
Look out.
you know, the thick liquid through the straw. It's tight jaw, tight throat,
Oh, you're all
Relax,
asking
and then you go
strawberry,
tense.
vanilla, or chocolate.
and that tense is what you want. You want tense, relax, tense, relax. I don't know if you can whistle backwards, but I'm bending a whistle there. If you can't whistle backwards, you can do it with the air. You can hear the change in tone. But on holes 3 and 4, straight to the bend. That's that wah-wah effect.
I was doing my own.
That can take time to perfect, but as I said, one little step at a time and you'll be getting it before you know it. Good grip with your lips on there,
Good grip.
because you don't want any air coming in here.
I got
want
you
it all
down.
come through here. That's where the strength
Har,
is.
har, har.
Then you can use a hand to get that wah-wah closed open for the wah-wah. Now it's double effect. So wah-wah with your mouth and wah-wah with your hand. And you're ready to get the
I'm
train
doing something
moving.
else.
All aboard. And then use the E and the or. It's endless how much fun you can have with this lick.
He
Okay.
said lick.
So just play around, have fun.
He said
Practice
play
with the
around, have
metronome,
fun.
'cause that's really important to slowly speed up.
And he said slow.
And then you can sort of get to a level where you can jam with me.
This is some filthy
As what I'm
shit.
going to do now is mix the harmonica, the train rhythm, and the harmonica shuffle lick
Please don't
that I
ring.
taught in the last lesson.
I wanna have a fire.
Blow, sock, dun, 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 dun.
I did that. Whoops.
Because they both work well together and they change the rhythm
Whoops.
around
Fuck.
and can make it sound really cool once you stop
concentrating on
thinking
other
about it
stuff.
and you just can feel that.
Like the clitoris.
So the way to think of it is suck, blow, suck.
See?
That first suck is a part of the train rhythm. Suck,
Blow.
suck, blow.
Oh, this is
blow,
where
suck,
blowjob comes
suck,
from?
blow, suck. So they're connected. They're both intertwined with each other. So try say it before you play it. Suck, blow, suck,
Wait.
blow, blow, suck, suck, blow, suck, suck.
This
blow,
is so
blow,
filthy!
suck. I sometimes try and visualize it first before I even pick up the harmonica. Because if you can
That's
picture
awesome,
what
son.
you're doing, just
See,
do
I'm
it straight
getting-
away usually.
Sorry, I'm
Rather than
distracted.
try and think about it while you're playing and go, suck, blow,
That's what I just did.
suck, suck, blow, blow, suck. Or you can go from the train, suck, suck, blow, blow, suck, suck, blow, suck, suck, blow, blow, suck. So if you don't know that shuffle lick,
Do it right?
I just did it as the last lesson that I taught. So it's really, really cool rhythm. So I'm going to show you how these sound really good with the wah-wah as well. So you can mix all three together to sound like you're a professional
be again
harmonica
soon.
player. Check this out. A little quicker. Even quicker. Even quicker.
Boom.
Okay, this is an advanced little technique.
Jesus, I thought this was
I
going
wasn't
to be
going to
over.
show you this, but it's really, really cool. There's a guy named Sonny Terry. He's a big influence for my harmonica playing. He's a very country harmonica player, but he used his
Hey,
voice
there's
as
still
well as
time for
playing
me. I'm gonna go
harmonica.
pee for
For
the
this
rest of
train
this.
rhythm, whenever you're thinking blow, the first blow, you can go,
Whatever you're
whoop,
thinking, blow.
why are you blowing? And it gives this cool effect. That's cool. Okay, the last thing with this train rhythm, I know you're probably going, wow, there's so much going on here. But you just take steps because this rhythm's so important for playing licks as well. So that's single notes. So you can get, so one note. That's that rhythm. Faster. And all I'm doing there is sucking 5, blowing, sucking 4, blowing 4, and then 3, and then 2, and then blow 2. And that gives you that rhythm. I'm only sucking 3 once, but it just
Keep
gives it a cool
saying
feel.
that.
And then you can mix around with that. So have fun with all of this. I know it started off very simple. Now it's like, wow, there's a lot going on. But just take your time. It took me a long time to get this good. And it's just because I've been having so much fun and I've really taken steps. Like, I'm not a fast learner. I took a long time to get good, but I really enjoyed the whole journey. So I recommend always finish your little jams on doing something you love and you feel comfortable with, because it leaves an imprint on your harmonica that you really have fun with this instrument. So every time you pick it up, you go, yeah, I remember this, rather than getting frustrated going, and putting it down, because that's not a nice way to leave your instrument you want to learn.
Like, don't go to sleep,
So
Matt.
I'm going to finish on a little jam. You can jam along with me, but this is the way I'd like to finish, so you can just, you know, have some fun. I'm going to slowly speed up, and you're going to be able to jam along with me and get the feeling of having fun with me. Here we go. All aboard. Have fun, everyone.
I'm gonna be listening to some Skinnerd real fucking soon. You know what I'm saying? Why I did not switch? Thank you very much. Thank you, please. That was fun, huh? That sucked up some good time. The main point was for all of us to get into something. Let's see, remove that from studio. What do we got? This, we got that, we got this. Oh, tomorrow is Father's Day. So, you know what I'm saying? Look at that. See, I talked about my dad on a whole many bunch of whips. Because it's Pop's Day tomorrow. Same thing to Flash Allen, because I call him Pops. Who else do I call Pops? There's a whole bunch of Pops out there. Some are still here. Some are no longer here. There's one. Why am I'm blanking on somebody. I'm blanking on one of the guys back in the day he's kind of like a dad. Suds fucking Coleman. And man, I forgot to get the PDF picture done. Suds from Rick and Suds. WIOD, Waxy, what else? They were on another station, weren't they? Somewhere before Miami, anyway. Come to find out, just the other day, that memory pops up that he passed. Was it yesterday or the day before? Or a few days ago. And also at the same time realized, same day that Art Bell's birthday. I was like, I worked with both of those motherfuckers. And all I ever wanted to be was a young, dirty Suds. And I got to be, what I already talked about with me and my ex-wife winning the Tara and Wayne show, which I've played a demo. I've played our thing on here. Have I? Well, Father's Day. That's my dad. He was on the cover of a magazine in 1987. What a year. Same year that Appetite for Destruction. Same year, was it Faster Pussycat's first album? That's a pretty good one. Yeah, same day, right? Didn't they both got released the same day, but Faster got more play right away. And then it wasn't until 88 until Appetite blew up with the video for Sweet Child of Mine. So it had been out almost a year before it blew up. So People knew more about Faster Pussycat beforehand. Bathroom number off, got your number off the bathroom wall. Speaking of Kelly Nichols, that motherfucker was the original bassist for Faster Pussycat. But I think, was it the party celebrating their record deal? Him leaving, and he got fucking hit on his motorcycle at an intersection on Sunset. And he was in the hospital for months, and they had to move on, and that's why they went with, they had to go grab a new bass player, which I can't say his name at the moment. Not Eric Avery, that's Jane's Addiction. Why can't I say his name? Either way, that's how Kelly ended up in LA Guns and wrote a lot of their material. Ballad of Jane, that was Kelly Nichols. That wasn't Tracy, it wasn't Phil. Just saying. Whole bunch of fucking great tunes are Kelly's. Shoot for Thrills. His version, not the AC/DC. There's Shoot for Thrills, LA Guns, and it's one of my favorite songs. One of the unfinished movie, or not movie actually. I've written it. I started writing it as a TV show, as a 6-episode series, focused on music. A big part of it, and it's called Shoot for Thrills. Oh my God, that just popped into my head. I haven't touched that in forever. The many manuscripts, as they would call them. One of them being my little funny biography, kind of like based on This Is Not Fame, Doug Stanhope. My little Forrest Gump story with all the people, all my little bunch of my little stories. That's the one I've been working on lately, which still is. I've only got 4 chapters. I've sent a couple of chapters out to friends, going, "Hey, what do you think? This got to make them laugh." I haven't heard anything back. So when you don't hear anything back, you kind of lose your fucking. Kind of like with everything else, I need somebody else to go, "Hey, that's cool." Like when the most stuff that got finished as a writer for me was when I was writing. If it wasn't just jokes, that's separate. That's a little. We get into that mindset. That gets pretty easy. Just keep trimming the fat. Think up funny, stupid shit. Trim the fat, and make sure you know the delivery. But when it comes to like script stuff, actual story stuff, that you're making up, not biography type stuff. Everything that got finished that I ever did was with somebody else. And I did most of the work, which was fine. I didn't care. I was fine. As long as I had a partner to, oh, yeah, that's cool. What about this? Oh, yeah. I had no problem doing most of the work, because that's what having a partner, having somebody to go, that's actually paying as much attention, it just fires you up, and hopefully fires them up too for more stuff, whatever. And all the stuff that got finished was always with a co-writer. Stacy, and that first started with my ex-wife and I wrote a bunch of stuff together. I wouldn't have finished it without her. But also, that was it. Adam Moves, the first little short film that I made in 2005. Not my first little short film. I made a few before that, a couple before that. But the one I made for, we had when I was at Playhouse West, they had a film. We started having a film festival after a while with independent films that students were in, and which was very cool, because what that started was, this is 03, 4, 5. Wow, so many years ago. It started very small because it was only 7 or 8 films. Maybe even less than that. But everybody loved it, and because of the new technology with the Hi8 cameras and the Red camera hadn't come out yet, but there was enough stuff you could do cheaply where it inspired a whole bunch of the actors, writers. There's a lot of people weren't there to even be actors. A lot of people go to acting class just to be writers, just to see how it works for actors. and also grabbing ideas for things because you work on so many different, you get to see so many things. You go into an acting class with 12 people, you see a few scenes. As a writer, you're sitting in there watching all these actors doing their thing with those words that you might already know, and all these different ideas. All of a sudden, you go home as a writer and you're spitting out a whole bunch of shit, and it inspires you to not rip it off. It inspires you to, oh, that clicked with an idea that I had 2 years ago, or what I'm saying. What was the fucking point? Acting class. It inspired that first little film festival. It inspired a whole bunch of us to we'll make our own films and cast each other. That's what we did. So I wrote, me and Stacy, we started writing this because we were both fans of, and my ex-wife were fans of 6 Feet Under. And one of the relations, what was it? Peter, what's his name's character? Nate. That character is why I named my first podcast Nate the Bullet, after him and the movie Bullet. Spelled it with the 2 L's and the 2 T's and an I, like the Steve McQueen movie. Anyway, because that character and that relationship, was it Brenda, the Australian actress? Anyway, that kind of stuff. We all had, let's write a short theme, but like this one scene, I can't remember what season it was from 6 Feet Under, but this when Nate finds out that she slept with a couple of guys, and she did a little threesome with a couple of neighbors. He realizes it while they're smoking a joint. And I met that actor that pulls up on the bike. I met him at a festival in something else, and at a couple of auditions. I can't remember his name. But anyway, and then this whole thing in the bedroom while they're yelling. It was inspired by that. And, but anyway, to have me spitting shit out and going, what do you think? Oh, that's really cool. Oh, what about this? I had this. So that's what I'm saying. But so it inspired a whole bunch of films. Next thing you know, the next year, the film festival was like 5 or 6 films that students were in by other people, and like the other half or more were films that were made by the students, with the students that in them and stuff, like mine. And a couple of people that were behind the scenes working on that on Adam Moves with me, and what was her? I'm trying to remember her name. The actress that I cast in it. She was a fellow student in my class, Christy, and we had worked together in a few scenes really well, and that's why I went, this will work. This should work, and I didn't think it did. But anyway, everybody behind the scenes was also our classmates, it inspired everybody to make films. So the next thing, and then the third year, Jesus, there was a whole bunch of films because of the technology, which was good at the time. Now it's crazy where why bother even watching a movie, because you get inundated with shit like this. Why do you need a movie? But yeah, that next year, we had to rent out a big theater. I can't remember the name of the theater. Empire? No, North Hollywood. Good sized theater, and a whole bunch of films. A big ass festival. Even Goldblum was there, because he was one of the founders of Playhouse West. He was there to speak between the weekend. It was a whole weekend. It used to be where it was like a 1 day, few hour thing, and then it was a 2 day block thing, like an actual film festival. So many films. And it was the way people worked, exercised without getting paid. Is practice, and actually not practice that's just sitting in your garage going bada beep bada boop bada beep bada boop, but sitting in your garage going shit like that. Oh, so now anyway, back to that. So the Father's Day thing. So there's my dad's been sitting there for a long time. So unfortunately, I don't have any video of him bowling, but this would be close enough because actually, as you know, as you would guess, I grew up, he had a pro shop, and let's see, I'm trying to do this being quiet and not messing up. What do we got? Wait, hold on. Man, you just blew the lead. Wanted to go to this one, so it's a little bigger. You got to put up a little bit, but yeah. Growing up, I spent a lot of time in bowling centers, normally in the game room. Running up to my dad. Dad, I ran out of quarters. Boy, you nickel and dime me to death. And I didn't bowl. All that much. Let's see, did I put the thing up? But because the point is, I don't have, and I did this on a few whips before, but, always new people coming in, so you gotta, rehash some shit. So because I don't have any video of him, just picture this dude, me, but my dad started in his approach. The only difference, really, much of a difference, is he started with the ball up towards his face. I always had it, more down towards my waist. But other than that, yeah, this would be like watching my dad.
Yeah! Woo! Yeah!
Close enough. But yeah, my dad would have it. He had it right here, looking over the ball like, I'm gonna get you, sucker. But I tried that, and when I first started, I tried that. But man, it threw my swing out of whack because I was holding it. Because there's a difference. Your swing, if you want a big backswing, yeah, hold it up farther, and then as you get ready, yeah, you'll have that more loose where you go way up, but that would always throw me off. So I had it closer to my waist. It was just, it's easier. It depends. You just gotta try. You gotta do it. Like this, something like that. So yeah, happy Father's Day out there. Just had to say so beforehand. Man, why is it so windy? Why is it so cloudy on a Saturday? Why? I want to have a fire, baby. Light my fire. That was the good thing about Light My Fire during that party last weekend. I threw that break with all the music where, the vocalist doesn't have anything to do for like 5 minutes. Got to spew all kinds of stuff for the birthday girl. And I swear they had a good time. Because at the end, I was like, really? No cops? All right, we're done. Okay. No! I really want to see if the cops show up. Play another one. So then Flash just started pulling stuff out of his ass. It's like, dude, we're done. Any more songs? I know there's more to that, but now that I feel like that I've got company. Where am I going now? Oh, yes. Oh, because of the train thing, I wrote this down. Oh, like I said, I just put Looking for Liana up on the Whip YouTube page. I went and, I wouldn't say troll. I just went into, I normally don't do anything with the comment stuff when I watch Mahler and Critical Drinker and Nerdrotic and those guys. Normally I don't go into the chat and say anything. Because there was a few, like Friday Night Tights, the Nooner, if you know those guys, movie, TV geeks. I had to say, dude, Mahler, please. I just put this up here. Go. I want you to review Looking for Liana. It's only 20 minutes. Be really neat if he did, but because so many people ask him to do that shit, why don't you guys go to Mahler's page, go, hey, go review this shit, dude. And also, he could review if he watches the just under Looking for Liana. There's the Luigi Friday PM interview where at the end of that he plays the fighting kind. So another one he could review. Wouldn't it be cool? That'd be awesome. Instead of, because you get kind of tired of Mahler talking about Star Wars and MCU and stupid fucking shows that suck now, and that's all they do is trash. That's all there is to do is trash them because they all fucking suck. It's not his fault. Or his geek friends. And one of them, is it Rags? I know he used to live in Maine. I think he's in Arkansas now. Pretty sure it's Rags. One of the guys from Every Frame a Second, right? Every Frame a Pause, sorry. EFAP, where they break down stuff to literally they break it down to every. You got to check them out. That's, the Mahler thing, I wrote that down. And the train story. Oh, because of Juzzy doing the train stuff. Reminded me of the train not too far from this house. And then the other house that I grew up in was even just as close, just a little different. And one night, me and my stepbrother and a buddy of mine, little bit of beer in us, a little bit of marijuana. No, don't say that. Cannabis in us. We must have been 15, 16. And we decided, let's sneak out of the house and go down to the tracks and jump on the train. I'm not telling you to do this. It's stupid. But we did it. Because that's what it's about. This is about stories. And we did that, and we thought we were pretty quiet, and we didn't jump on it while it was moving. We jumped on while it was just sitting there, because we knew that it would always sit there at a certain time. We jumped on while it was not moving. And then, it starts pumping like, dude, we don't want to go this far. So we jumped off, and that's where they saw us. It was midnight. And they saw us, I guess, when we jumped. Next thing you know, you start hearing all these stories about fucking dummies that did it like us, and which is why I'm not recommending doing it at all. Just telling a story. Falling off. Especially in India. Those India videos that you see on Twitter where they're just walking along next to the train, like duh, like I'm so close to the track. I know the train's right by me, and boom. Whoa, why are we watching this? It's like Faces of Death. I don't want to see that shit on Twitter, but it pops up because shit gets popular. Pop. I said pop twice. Pop twice. No, I said pop way more because I mentioned Flash. I mentioned Suds. But that train story, what else? Oh, speaking of Twitter, it's time to go to our Twitter fucking scroll. But first, had to do that. Let's see. I'm looking at all the stuff that I have on my little rack here for things to play and put. I saw this and realized, oh, that's funny. This is one of those little reviews of the Whip. And when I first saw it, I'm like, I can't read that. I'm like, oh, wait, what does it say? Episode 128 is an unfiltered glimpse into the mind of a comedian constantly bouncing between thoughts and memories. It's entertaining if you enjoy free-flowing conversations, absurdist humor, and aren't afraid of some crude language and drug references. The episode highlights Wayne's genuine warmth towards his co-host and listeners, making the chaotic ride feel oddly endearing. Oh my, where does it, whoops, that's not the, see, I didn't do it right. Damn it. I didn't time it as well as I knew to and have learned to, because, sometimes you're still retarded. That's the perfect review. Can't say nothing bad, can't say nothing good, but you can go, shit. See, that didn't work out. But this is how I felt.
What do you think about that
Little PDW. Because we were talking about bowling before.
What do you think about that
Is the sun gonna come out and slow down the wind so I can have the fire that I've dreamed of? It is all a dream. I'm seeing the sun, it's coming. Didn't mean that. What else? Oh, now it is time for the Twitter scroll. And then I realized, as I was jotting down notes for the podcast, I said, why not also a Instagram scroll? Because my Instagram is completely different from my fucking Twitter. From a fucking Twitter. I was only going to do 2 hours, but I realized I've got so many hours I paid for on StreamYard. Let's keep rolling, sister pants. And then we go to, what do I got to do? Here it is. We got to share screen. Stop with the fucking tips. Thank you. So are we sharing? So now I'm on the thing that I'm sharing. Now I go back. Right there we look like there. Oh, God, it's a fucking Sports on Prime ad. You know what we do with these? We say mute. Sukalaminke. So what do we got? We are on the For You, not the following, because that's different. Spin, spin, spin. Oh, little talker. Let's go back to the For You because it's a little more entertaining. We'll go back and forth. Let's see. These are people I don't follow. This is just shit popping up in my For You feed. The best part of the Obama library is that it costs $30 and you need to show ID to get in. It's just perfect Obama. Hypocritical, ugly intellectualism. Yeah, whatever. I don't know that guy. But yeah, that fucking library shit is garbage. Why do little boys all love sharks and dinosaurs? I don't know. Is there an answer to that fucking thing? What is this? What's the fucking answer? What's the joke? Because dinosaurs aren't real. Yeah, that's not fun. See, these are the things you do. You know, just doing a scroll just like you would. And go, what the fuck is this? This chick, Harvey, boinked as high as kite. Look at her chewing gum. First Lady of California is a bimbo. Well, yeah, those are trash. Those are trash human beings. Absolute trash. How anybody could look up to those fuck bags and not start thinking about a flamethrower because of the proven thievery and scummery. Anyway, Dan Bilzerian for Congress. The goal of every election for the next 10 years will be purging Israel from every city, county, district, and state in America. I'm with them. Washington Ghost. Why is so many towns are canceling events that have had years with no issues? Well. Yeah, let's move on. Just rolling. These are for me. I don't follow this shit. Ooh, 6 million pages, but really it's only 22. If you get it, you get it. What do we got here? Look at that. Oh, yeah. Stomping on a dude who's already down. That's a white dude. Just saying. I don't know what he did, but, you know. That's murder. That's attempted murder. Whatever. I'd do it back to him. What's this? What he means to say is, I don't criticize us playing Israel. We need to be filthy rich. Johnny Greenwood, Radiohead guitarist. Canceling music is the same as taking books off shelves. What's with the face? What's with the hair? I don't know what the fuck's going on with that. Ugh. See? Oh yeah, the video was released of this stuff. And even people that watch it, it's kind of like watching the whole Kyle Rittenhouse shooting the 3 people and still going, he shot black people, when none of them were black. But I believe they were all criminals. Not saying yah for Kyle. Not saying, I know he has said and been a douchebag, but you can't not watch that video and go, kid, that was impressive. You can't. I'm not saying he's not a douchebag. But he didn't kill any black people, and he didn't fucking kill anybody that wasn't trying to kill him first. Anyway, let's make sure we got the core of it correct so we can watch it all. Anyway, what is this? So excited for Michelle Obama's Michelle Obama era. Finally, she can take some time and focus on herself for a change. That's funny. Oh, geez, I didn't write that. Don't go fucking with the whip. I didn't write that. I'm just doing a Twitter scroll. It says for me. It's not like whatever. It's just, I don't know. Whatever. Well, that's, oh, have we seen that? I hadn't even been paying attention to that. Now I have to actually watch it. All right, here I'm watching it. This is where it starts. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, done. Okay, see you later. All right, we've seen it. Oh, Ben Werman, Hell on Earth, the cannibal warlords of Liberia. The African nation of Liberia was built by former African slaves and has an average IQ of just 45, far below the threshold of mental retard. What? Oh, geez, I don't know. That's just in my thing. I didn't do it. Now, I do follow Mike McRae. He's a great imitator. He's like today's Rich Little. He's on Jimmy Dore a lot. He's funny as fuck. I replied to this, I don't know if it was this tweet, but this clip on somebody else or somewhere. The only way you could do that is if you're on meth. So that's what he's really admitting to, is he was a methamphetamine addict for a while. I don't know how I would know that. Imagine, if you will, a Masonic tax farm full of brainwashed, law-abiding, order-following wage slaves who believe that voting every 4 years for a new farm president will make it better. I know that story. I say it differently, but same. All right. Baseball history. Wesley Snipes was so bad at baseball that there's no scene of him actually throwing a ball in Major League. He's too slow. When they did his run scene at training camp, they told the 2 runners to jog, basically to make him look fast. They told him to jog. One laughed and said, I was almost walking, LOL. Thus the reason the scene was shot in slow motion. Acting! Yeah, that's how funny that comes across, as I've been obviously talking about Playhouse West and acting. Whatever. What's this? I am no fan of Joe Biden, but I struggle to find the words to describe my level of hatred towards Jill. Ooh, I like that. The C spot NT. Oh, what do we got here? Oh, geez. Yeah. That's lovely. Okay, keep moving. This isn't stuff I love. This is stuff that, just keeps you informed. What exactly are progressing towards? Like the actual goal? Oh, let's see some answers. Carlos that notices things. What's the answer here? What's this one got? Every one of the popular modern phrases and ideals is a dodge in order to shrink the problem of what is good. We are fond of talking about liberty. That, as we talk of it, is a dodge to avoid discussing what is good. We are fond of talking about progress. That is a dodge to avoid discussing what is good. We are fond of talking about education. That is a dodge to avoid discussing what is good. The modern man says, let us leave all these arbitrary standards and embrace liberty. This is logically rendered, let us not decide what is good, but let it be considered good. Oh my God, my head hurts. I can't believe I was able to read it like that. Is there a fucking point? This is why they have the 3 thing. Boom, 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 bang. This is I'm not saying whatever he's saying ain't right. I'm just saying it fucking hurts. Oh, my eyes, my eyes! Jesus Christ, dude. He just keeps saying good. It's almost like a blues song over and over. You know what I'm saying? Progressivism. Oh, that looks lovely. I'm telling you, get into that old world stuff. Oh, I've seen some stuff where they put other shit over old buildings that were there for a long time and then just took it down. Like, what was that? Oh, look at that old bank that was been there. That building has been here. Oh, a cathode or an anode, or because it was all based on electricity that was free. Look it up. What do we got here? I don't get it. I don't want to read that fast. Here, you go ahead. Zip, zip. I give you 10 seconds. There it is. You can pause it. You can do whatever. That's enough. What is it? Anarchist, 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 anarchist. Bro, we didn't tell you to read the book. I don't know what that is. Let's go. Shit, where are we? Because I scrolled down too much. Son of a bitch. Where's the thing the for you? Where's the tab to move it over to? Oh, because I went inside. I went in too far. There it is. Let's go to the following. The following is a silly broadcast by the Waning Interest Podcast. What do we got? Charlie Kirk was not murdered for his opinions on transgenderism. Obviously, those of us who know him best and called him a friend believe he was most likely murdered for his evolving views on Israel. And then this answer is from Blake Neff. I don't know who that is. I don't follow them. Actually, those of us who know Charlie Best, a group that doesn't include Tucker, do think that Tyler Robinson did it and was motivated by Tucker was like, whoa, Blake is a turd. You don't know that that's all bullshit? No, the original Travis is correct. And we got Jimmy Dore answering, man, you are a shitty liar. Yeah, because it's right there. There, it's right there. Let's see, what is this? Salvador, Oliver Stone. I never saw that movie. You know why? I don't care for James Woods. Yes, James Woods says some things that are correct once in a while, but overall, APOS. I lived in Hollywood. I heard. I know. Randy Fine is almost zero organic sport in District 7. They can't wait to see him go. That's going to be a fun story. Can't wait to see that, even though the voting is bullshit. We're barely a tick. This is where you have to turn into a whole bunch of ticks, like Dan. And, because otherwise, it's not enough. The whole system needs to go. I've been saying that since the beginning of the whip. Power to the people. But he's got the communist thing. He's not quite there yet. He's correct on a lot of stuff, but he's not quite too anarchist. Yeah, that's you stop off. That's a little stop off until you realize no, it's anarchism, and that doesn't mean anarchism is not the Molotov cocktails like you've been taught. There is and no rules. Anarchism has rules. Same basic rules we all supposed to live by. Real basic, but without all. But it takes away power and uses of power, like that. That green thing, that green stuff. We talked about that, right? Ooh, somebody needs a drink. What is this? Blah blah. What's the beginning of this? This obviously this is a thread. What is this? Somebody. Whoop. Sorry. That legal man says that degree. LOL. Now, I do follow Legal Man. Sometimes we agree, sometimes we don't. But mostly. Let's see. 65 years for stealing, but cops kill a 1-year-old dog and then go free. Okay, I don't know what that's referring to. But Nick Cruz tweeted it. This is what it's from. Epstein class laws. Kills a 3-year-old, 15 years one day. Stole video games, unoccupied home when he's 15, 65 years. He killed his girlfriend 3 years. Okay, well, yeah. What is he getting at? What's it all start from? Oh, geez, we're going back this far. He was sentenced to 10. What is this? There's where it starts. There's where it finally makes. See how when you do the digging? Now I gotta hit the back button so many times. Figure it out back. But there you go. That's weird. Where things are off. Oops, I think I hit the back button one too many times.
Well, g'day
Yes, I
everyone.
did.
Juzzy Smith here.
Yeah. You know, Juzzy, we've already had enough of you. Oh, should we move on to what was I saying? I can't remember. You should stop sharing though. And then we go back to here. And then we go back to there. How are we looking? We got any bats in the cave? Cool. Alright. Did I tell you we're doing mushrooms later? Shiitake. What do we got? Put Dad back up. There you go. In honor of Pops, as he calls them, boy, I need a grocery. And now that you're all thinking that I'm some kind of racist because of that Twitter scroll, you would be correct. But that's different. We have different definitions. I've told the story many times about my dad's, almost all of his best friends were black. Benny, Frank, and then Frank's, what was it? It had to have been 93 or 4. No, maybe 4 or 5. Somewhere in the mid-90s. My dad's friend, Fort Lauderdale, co-worker / friend. Me and my dad and Frank and his son, little Frank, who was like 10 years old. He's like half my age. The little kid was hilarious. Kind of reminded me of Gary Coleman. To sound racist, Frank actually went to high school with Dwight Gooden in Tampa. And he said that he could always tell when Dwight was fucked up. Because when Dwight was not fucked up in high school, Frank played center field. And he, when Dwight would pitch, he couldn't see it leave his hand and hit the catcher's glove from center. It was just like, he couldn't even see it. But when Dwight was fucked up, it looked like he was throwing a softball. That's how Frank described it. But anyway, Frank, somewhere in the mid-90s, he gets remarried. And the only two people in this little hood church, the only two white folk in the building were me and that motherfucker right there. And he was in the wedding wearing, they were all, Frank and his guys, including my dad, his what do they call it? You know, the wedding party, the groomsmen, white tuxes. They're all wearing white tuxes. And this wasn't your average, your typical, church thing to wear the literally the fucking song that started playing to start the whole thing after we were seated. And this dude, all of a sudden pops out, I'm the only white guy in the pews. The only white guy, like in the 3rd, 4th row, I think. Out of 10. It's a tiny little church. And all of a sudden, my dad pops out in his white tux to light the candles, go up the row, boom, boom, on each side. He goes, that was his job. He had a candle, do, and it's like, and he's going, boom. And I hear this black woman behind me. Who is that white man? It's fucking so true. What happened? What happened? Oops. What happened? I hit my mouse. Whoops. Sorry, Pops. Who is that white man? Because my dad was, he'd had a few beers and, a few tokes off of a J. And he was all into it, just boogieing in. It was hilarious. One of the funniest fucking days. So yeah, take your fucking racist shit and suck a dick. Something like that. What other are we doing? Oh, yeah. Now, new one. God damn, that was funny. Who is that white man? Anyway, so now we go back here. We're going to do a little Instagram scroll because these are funnier. Instagram, I'm trying to show you my Instagram is a lot different than my Twitter's. Twitter's a little seriouser. Share screen. Instagram? Graham. That was the name of one of my dad's old roommates. Right? And what do we look like back here? Let's go back to this. Boom. There we go. What's that there? The DMT portal. Why isn't that not playing? It should be playing. Is that just a picture? Normally it's a video. What the hell, dog? Ooh, there's some psychedelic stuff there. You gotta follow this dude. Today, substantial evidence has accrued in support of the entropic brain hypothesis, such that it can now be regarded as a basic principle of conscious states. All right, what the fuck, dude? Normally when he's talking about psychedelics, but he's got to use those big words. Who are these people? I don't know this fucking suggested. That's not my funny stuff. Oh, I get a lot of this. Let's do some tiling. You guys want to do some tiling? Do your own tiling. You don't got to hire a tiling guy. You just got to go on Instagram and have all the tools, and have all the practice, I'm not shitting on tile guys. I worked with a whole bunch of good ones. But, the point is, to be as DIY as possible, which is lovely that's how it's going. I don't know who the fuck that is. It must be because it's a Harley thing. I like that Harley logo without the actual name. That's cool. Don't you think? And plus I like redheads. What? Oh, I mentioned bears. Look at the bear. I want some of that pussy. Where's my plate, motherfucker? Holy shit. Holy shit. I thought this has got to be AI, because bears don't fucking do that to fire. That's got to be AI. Right? It's got to be AI. Bears don't fucking fuck with fire. Mockingbird Bookshop. What am I, a dork? Who is that? I don't know who that is. See, it says follow. That means I don't follow them. I don't know. Where's my funny shit? Ooh, Todd Kearns from Slash's band. What do we got? Todd Kearns. That mother, talk about multi-fucking talented fuck. And there you got to see his crotch. Todd's the one going to be singing. But he also plays bass. He plays even everything. I'm gonna get a copyright strike. I can't go away from this without we getting a good shot of Todd. This is where he's playing vocalist only. Come on. There we go. Ah, Jesus. I'm already getting a copyright strike, but I don't want to get totally fucked. Now Todd's just focused. Normally you see a big... See? Fucking dude can do it all. Todd Kearns. Oh, look, who liked that IOD Manny? Manny Munoz, WIOD coworker, old coworker. Fuck yeah. Who is this? Oh, Fajita liked that. So yeah, Fajita's. I used to work with him too. He's wrong about that. Oh boy. Is he gonna get washed away? What's going on? What's the deal? It's Sports Center, so it's got to be cute. Okay. Please, the kid can't get hurt, right? He? Who's he? I guess that means that. Well, does he get swept away now? I don't know. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck's going on there? That's hilarious. If you get it, you get it. Cleaning, home, alone, 30 minutes. Cleaning with mom, whole day, 56 insults, 30 slaps, 40 That's some good shit. What do we got here? We don't want to grow up pod. I don't know who they are. This ain't a commercial. What's on their shirt? Here I am, 96, wearing Atlanta's t-shirt next to... Oh, that's an Atlanta shirt? I can't tell. I got to get my glasses, but I'm not. My dad and I recreated a tender moment 34 years later. Oh, that's fucking hilarious. That's AI. Suck a fucking dick. That ain't real. That's AI. Eat shit. What do we got here? Oh, what happened? What the hell?
Blades of a drone that was flown into my head.
Somebody picked up the drone and took photos of it.
What the fuck?
Look at this one.
No way.
But then look, they're zoomed in, and there's a bunch of hair stuck in it.
That's so funny.
Oh.
And I love it. The song before was Panopticon, and I was like, they have cameras everywhere.
Holy shit. He said, they have a song called Panopticon. I was in a film called Panopticon. Look it up. It's on my IMDb. It's on Facebook. It's on YouTube. Panopticon short film. Oh, look at Saul Goodman with his dog. Olive. Yeah, whatever. I send better shit to other people. Bass player coming back into the bass. There we go. He plays bass. Check out I think I've told the story before. He has Dogstar, the band, where he plays bass. In 97, Ron and Ron show, when I was Batman, the producer, one of their producers. And I had to call. We had him on, and there was a joke that we would have guests do. We would have... Ronnie would say, hey, can you do this? Can you record this for a drop for us? Say, I like to gack up with Ron and Ron. And most of them didn't realize it meant, doing light, whatever. Look, lines. See, lines. Jim Wood Works. Who's this? Oh. Oh, I met Brandon. Brandon from Incubus. I met him at Zeitgeist Day 2 or 3 in California. Sweet dude. What's this shit? I don't know, but it's almost time to... I was hoping we're going to... Oh, here we go. Yep. Anyway. Oh, hey, we're gonna do some math and shop work right now. Same time. Look, it's math class and shop, or wood shop. He said wood. And geometry. Well, I said math. Shut up. What? When? Oh, why am I not listening?
We really want to transfer that mark to the top of the molding. So with a square of some sort, just go ahead and transfer that mark
Notice
to
all
the
the
top of
black,
the molding. And we're going to make a
wedding
cut
bands
across
dudes
this
wear
molding,
these
and we're
days.
going to treat this as if we were going to put a 90-degree
Pretty cool.
corner on it, just like I showed you
Kathy
how to do
designed many of
yesterday
them.
with outside corners. Here's the mark at the top of the crown molding. We want to go ahead and make a cut from here back. Now at this point, this is what you should have. Let's go ahead and put this back in place temporarily. Now you'll see the top of this crown molding. We're going to go ahead and make the opposite cut on this piece here. So this was the first piece. This was what I just cut. Okay, so now we have this.
Okay. I mean, I've seen better videos than this. Oh, we got some baseball. What the? What the fuck? Why is it all cut? Why is it doing that? Oh, it's hurting my ears. Why does it keep stopping like that?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You could look in the
I'm safe,
calendar
safe.
and give me
All right,
like what evenings work
Well, I
better
don't
for
know
you.
why it's being choppy. Yeah. Shut the fuck up. Do your own stuff. That's the problem. That's the message is DI. Why? Because of the wonderful things that he does. Do. All right, where are we at? Oh man, I thought I was gonna get in there and being it right at the 2:30, but I screwed it up. What do we got left? All right, nobody popping in. I was hoping to have a little bit of conversation. Nothing. It's all me. Wayne doing all the work every time. Anyway. Did you go out and get your harmonica yet? You could have been in your car, gone to somewhere. The sun's coming out. It's almost time for a fire. Go get your harmonica. We've done lessons. We've done stories. We've done this. We've done that. And a lot of juzzy. What else? I feel like I'm forgetting one more thing. I don't know. But I know I'm going to have to pull up the clothes. Because without the clothes, it would just be stupid. And the funny thing is, I haven't played the clothes since I brought the whip back. And I only brought the open back because Dan made me bring the open back because he's like, where's your open? You had an open before. Last time I was on the whip, you had an open. And I said, well, no, lately I just been going right on saying live. Hey, we're live. Boo. Screw it. Get right to it. Didn't mean to rhyme there. And he said, no, man, your open was cool. Let's go back to your open. Let's use your open. And I said, fine, dude. And hold on. Oh, shit, it's messing it up. Nope. Shut your mouth. Shut your fucking mouth. Shut your ass. Shut your ass. I ain't done yet. I ain't ready for you. I'm just pulling you up. Sweetheart, I'm just now taking off the panties. And it's going to go even slower. All right, I had nothing to do. And this is how I decided to spend it. I hope you feel good. Because that's what it's all about. Edumacation, laughs, and shuffling your shoes. Right? Otherwise... But But unfortunately, some of that education is shit. What the fuck now? What, the sun comes out and the wind picks up. What the hell is that? What the fuck? Because can't have a fire with that much wind. Oh, maybe it was just the trees all excited that the sun's coming out. That's what it is. They're just going, yeah, baby, yeah, yeah, but we'll calm down in a second, like me. Right. It's almost what it's like now that I realize. At first I was like, because I'm thinking I want to have a fire, and I see them fucking waving and going, man, now that wind, I can't do it. And then I realize, because as it's getting brighter, they're getting happier. Yeah. Yeah, bring it, baby. Yeah, look at them dance. Look at them dance. Time to jump. Seriously, calm down. Calm down, trees. Come on, man. Chill out. Smoke a J. Because I want to have a fire. It's only 2 o'clock. Not yet. I want to have a fire. Unless I get a phone call. Oh, you're supposed to be somewhere. Where? Drinking beer with me, mofo. Like I always say, check out the Corbett Report, James Corbett. Look for yourself. Don't believe a fucking word I say. Have fun. And kick it. Learn the harmonica. Learn an instrument. Do some more singing. Let's do this shit, you know what I'm saying? Because Daddy loves you. We're all one. Messing with my peebles. That's what I'm talking about.